Hi, my name is Molly Soderstrom, and I am the Executive Director of the Brook. Did you know that the average person living on planet Earth right now is 30 years old, the age of a young professional? The Brook is based out of Denver, Colorado, and here in the city, the average person is between the ages of 20 and 40 years old, meaning every other person that I walk into around the streets is a young professional. And people are moving to cities like crazy, for the nightlife and the fun and the adventure. But recently, Denver got rated the third loneliest city in the United States. And that's where the Brook comes in. We launched in May 2020 as a young professionals disciple-making movement that uses the means of digital outreach and in-person events to raise up faith leaders to impact Denver and the rest of the world. And that's what we've got to do. We thought, what if maybe we use online platforms for what they were originally intended, for connecting and building relationships? And that's what we got to see happen over the past 3 years. Through that, we've got to engage with over 6,200 people through our online platforms. We've got to get about 2,600 people in in-person events and connected with an individual. And from there, we've got to see around 500 people get connected in what we call a simple church or a micro church. The best way to explain it is through the individual story of my friend Kira. So I met Kira, kind of your typical story. She graduated from college, was working a tech job, was living at home with her family. And she was leaning in towards the things of God, but she was still looking for connection, community, and purpose in life when she stumbled across the Brook one day on our Instagram. And our online team engaged with her, and she saw that there was a happy hour coming up recently. So she grabbed a friend of hers. Fast forward 2 weeks, she walks into a happy hour with the Brook, a really cool rooftop venue in downtown Denver where she looks around and she sees other people that are just like her. There's about 200 people hanging out, connecting, building relationships. And I ended up meeting Kira that evening. I grabbed her number, and we got coffee the next week. After talking with Kira, I saw that she was leaning into the things of God, but that she had never made a personal decision to make Jesus the Lord of her life. Until that day, everything changed. Immediately, I started discipling Kira. I helped her learn how to read the Word, how to pray, how to share her story in everyday conversations. And pretty soon, Kira made the decision to get baptized. And it wasn't long after that she was volunteering. She was getting so involved with the Brook like most people do. And she joined one of our teams called the I'm New team. And what this looks like is we take relationships offline and bring them into in-person relationships where people get to get more connected. And through that, here I met a girl named Madison. Madison had just moved to Denver a couple weeks ago, and Kira soon found out that Madison too had just started following Jesus not too long ago. So with the little that Kira knew, she started passing it on to Madison, teaching Madison how to share her story, and they started meeting together. And I got to soon help them form a simple church of women who are coming together on a regular basis to follow God, connect with Him, and make Him known in this city. It wasn't long after that Madison started catching vision, and she said, you know what? I want other women to experience what I'm experiencing. So then Madison went and started a simple church as well with girls that were new to the city, and pretty soon there was a girl in there named Jules who Madison started helping grow, and Jules took over that simple church. That church was going so well. And pretty soon there was a girl in Jules' church named Addie that said, this is amazing, my life has been changed by this. I want other women to know what this is like. And so Addie went on to start a simple church. And as you look back for a minute, just take a break, what you'll see is you'll see 5 generations of discipleship. You'll see me to Kira, to Madison, to Jules, to Addie. 4 simple churches started in a matter of less than 8 months, because that's how the multiplication process works. And I am so thankful for our media to movement model that has brought people in through online and has got them connected into in-person relationships, and we are seeing life change here and now in our community. A couple quick more things that I want to share with you about the Brook that are kind of unique is that we have an app, and it's gone over so well. We really believe in meeting people's immediate needs for community and connection. On our app, you can find things like a social channel where there's fun events going on around the city, a roommates channel, sports channels. We also have resources for people to grow in discipleship with over 2,600 downloads of our app, which has been really amazing. Through that, we've also got to connect with a couple different partnerships around the city with different churches where we've got to start simple churches, and we're seeing people get engaged in the church community and start serving more. But what I really love too is that we're also engaging people who wouldn't normally walk into a church, but are making their simple church their church family, and we're being creative and reaching this city and this demographic in new and creative ways. But one of the things I'm most excited about is that we've got to grow big on a small budget. So I'm the executive director of the Brook. I have a director of operations and some creative staff that we pay. But besides that, we have a team of 5 young professionals who are volunteer staff. They have roles, they have responsibilities, they have job titles, and they give their time weekly to the Brook to see the mission of the Brook accomplished. And from there, we have over 25 team leads that help pull off things all around this city on a weekly basis. And I love giving purpose to young professionals as they're looking for ways to connect and serve the community outside of their everyday jobs in their life. As we pioneer the way, our vision is to have the resources to see the Brook continue to grow throughout Denver and in other cities around the United States, because I truly believe this is only the beginning of what God is going to do through young professionals. Thank you for considering partnering with the Brook.
We're so grateful for the crazy generosity of everyone that donates to the Brook. The Brook cannot function without your generosity. As we continue to pursue the vision that God has given the Brook, we are raising an additional $100,000 as the Brook grows. One of the primary places that we need to develop more resources financially is for our event venues. At the Brook, we rent 24 venues a year, and we're raising $55,000 for those venues. Why we rent venues is because we want places where people that would not normally walk into church would feel comfortable to come into and hear the gospel. We're also raising $30,000 for our digital outreach. How we reach people is online through ads and target marketing. We're gonna be increasing more of that, and so we are gonna have more needs in our digital outreach. And lastly, as we grow, our operations have needed to grow, and so we're raising $15,000 for our operations. We'd love for you to partner with what we're doing and what God is doing for the Brook. If you want more information, you can look through our email or click on the link in the email to give.